Whether you're trying to save some money or you're just here for the entertainment, here are two inexpensive computer builds. So I was given an Acer all-in-one computer to either repair or dispose of, depending upon whether or not it was going to cost too much money to get back in service. Well, I ended up disposing of it. However, I was left with a hard drive and a memory stick. So I'd heard of bare bone systems, but I didn't really have a lot of experience with them. So after a little bit of research, I found this. It had all the standard features I wanted, plus a few extras. It had audio input, output, memory card reader, USB port, obviously a power switch. It also came with the video out, more USB, Ethernet, and an external SATA port. With the shipping, I was able to obtain this for about $140. Oh, but there was a problem. Yep, I forgot about the operating system. Well, once I got everything together and I booted it up, the old operating system noticed that there was a slight change in the hardware configuration. So it stepped me through the process of updating it to the new hardware configuration. And that took care of the operating system. My original intent for this system was to use it as a digital sign. I did ads for businesses, so they could promote themselves. But after it served its purpose and I retired it, I brought it home. And it has 2 gigs of RAM and runs Windows 7, so it's not really that great at doing much of anything else except other than running the digital sign. So I came across a broken laptop. It happened to have a 4 gig memory stick in it, and I added it to this one. And then now, it's great for watching movies, some light gaming, and even some office productivity. This model is now obsolete. However, if you decide that you do want to take on an endeavor like this on your own, there are still options out there. With a little internet browsing, you can still find similar items out there for roughly the same price. But if you're looking for something a little bit beefier, you might have to spend a little bit more money. Some of these come with a dedicated video card, and others may not have a processor, so you'll have to look at what parts you have and then look at the specifications for the particular device to see if it fits your needs. So that takes care of the first one, which brings us to our next one. There's a place in the city where people drop off the garbage they don't want. And a buddy of mine passes by there on his way to work every day. So I get this phone call. He says, "Hey, I found this computer. Do you want it?" I said, "Sure, I'll take it." So it turns out it was a Dell Precision T3400. Awesome. After further investigation, I found it has a 2.8 gigahertz quad-core processor. Now, what I was running at the time was my best computer was a Pentium 4 single-core 3 gigahertz processor. So here's this piece of garbage that somebody threw away, and it's 4 times faster than my best computer. Wow. However, it wasn't without its problems. It was missing the RAM, the video card, and the hard drive. All right, time for an internet search. So this is what I came across. Memory, $37.99. Video card, hard drive. Now I'm on a tight budget, so I got to watch what I'm spending. I'd never purchased anything refurbished before, but I know that sometimes people get these devices and they open it up and it's not exactly what they wanted, so they send it back. Or maybe it's a product that's been on the market for some time and they didn't all sell and now they can't, now they're, maybe they're not able to sell them at the original price, so it's marked down. So for about, with the shipping, about $160 for all this stuff. So I found everything I needed for this system. Great, problem solved. All right, moving on. Oh no, operating system. Always seem to forget that. But anyway, the problem with the operating system is that, they don't make this disk anymore. You can't get them. So I was stuck. I needed an operating system. So what I did was I found one of these, those peer-to-peer groups, that you're not supposed to use. And I came across an operating system. And after a few hours of downloading, I finally got an image file for this particular operating system, and I was able to burn that onto a disk. All right, so now I've got my operating system. Problem solved. Moving on. Next problem. CD key. Yeah, that might be important for installing the operating system. So this is what the CD keys are supposed to look like. Unfortunately, this is what mine looked like. There are 5 sets of numbers, all with, or characters, pardon me, with 5 characters in each one of them. And I could just make out the second character in the third set, but the first character, it was gone. So, another problem. So what I found was that typically when they make the keys for these things, there's some letters and numbers that they omit, and the reason for that is so that there's no mix-up or confusion in identifying the characters from each other. So by using that chart, I was going to have to add in the missing character for the installation. So we hit the first character, didn't work. Second character, didn't work. I went clear almost to the end of this thing. Finally, it worked. I was starting to wonder if it wasn't going to work at all, but it did work. Thank goodness. Problem solved. What else could go wrong, right? Well, nothing else went wrong. Thank goodness. So out of that, for $140, I built one, and for about $160, I built the second one. The Dell computer still runs about 70% of games these days, and about 40% at the recommended settings. So it's a little old, but it does everything I need. Oh, and remember the old adage, one person's junk, or was it garbage? Anyway, is another person's treasure. So there you have it, 2 low-cost computer builds. So if you have a story about a computer system you'd like to share, put it in the comments. I would love to read it. Hey, and thanks for watching.